Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Retro, and in this video I want to show you everything that comes with the infamous NTSC SNES RPG Earthbound. This is one of the most desired SNES games, and it only comes complete with a really big box that you see on the left. It got a very small release, wasn't popular on release, so it didn't sell well, and that's why it's quite hard to find nowadays. Plus it's immensely popular, which drives the price up incredibly. So let's start with the small things. This is of course the booklet that you get with every SNES game, has some precautions, etc. And this is a little folder that has some commercial information about other Super Nintendo titles that were available at the time. Then the specific or custom Nintendo Power subscription leaflet. It's specific for Earthbound because it has the gas thingy, because Earthbound was marketed as "this game stinks," which probably didn't help for the sales either. So the first and most important thing to play Earthbound is of course the cartridge. It comes in a cardboard inlay, so it sits nicely in the big box so it doesn't float around and damage the box from the inside. Has a dust protector, which is common with these NTSC games. PAL games didn't get these, by the way. So this is the Earthbound cartridge. It's not one of those Super FX cartridges with extra slots on the side, it's just a normal cartridge. And well, there's not much to see here. Great game of course, but the cartridge looks standard. Then the box. And the box is pretty much the hardest thing to find in great condition. It is a big box, so it's a lot bigger than normal SNES games. And that's of course to fit the guide that came with the game. So as you can see, this one is in extremely good condition. And I'll show you the back of the box. First thing you see is the artwork, and the artwork in this game is great. This is an RPG that has a modern day setting, and that was kind of special back in the day. I'll show you the screenshots from the game itself. Plays like a standard SNES RPG with some great sprites and a great story. I'll show you this so you can have it a read if you're reading fast enough. It's about an invasion from aliens on Earth, and you, Ness, the guy on the left here, has to save the planet. If you want to read this, just pause the video and take your time. There it has the features of the game: modern world setting, hundreds off-the-wall monsters, blah blah blah, and of course the guide that came with it. One of the cool things about this game is that if you run into a random encounter and you are too strong for the enemy, you instantly win. You don't have to fight the encounter, you just win. So that saves up a lot of time, because for instance in Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger, etc., it takes a lot of time battling enemies that you will not be, that won't even be able to beat you. Just takes time. So this is the guide. It comes with a lot of text on the boxes on the back as well. Again, if you want to read this fully, just pause the video and take your time. Some shots from the main characters, as in family photo shots. So Earthbound Player's Guide. Let's go through this. Thank you for selecting Earthbound. Well, you're welcome. Again, the artwork on this one looks amazing. It's really one of the best guides I have seen. And it comes with a whole lot of information. So Ness, Paula, Jeff and Pooh, those are the main protagonists. Some information on the game, how you play it, and then you get the guide for the game itself. I'll just quickly stroll through the guide with you guys so you see what's all in there. I'm not going to show you every little detail, but just so you have seen the guide. And it looks like a paper, etc. Yeah, just the artwork and the graphical design is great. They really put time in this, and it's a shame that it didn't sell well, which caused it to not get any sequels over here. The Japanese version, of course, Mother, has some more versions. I believe there's 3 or 4 out there, and there are also fan translations if you want to play those, but those are not official games. This is the only official game we got in the West from this series. So we'll keep on strolling through. You see some enemies over there, all sorts of different sites, dungeon maps. I'll just skip through the last part because that's taking way too long. There you have statistics, more information. All in all, a great guide, just to read and just to go through and see stuff that was in the game. In the back of the guide is something really special. These are the scratch and sniff cards. These are in mint condition, unscratched, and since it's a video I'm not going to scratch these for you because you can't smell them anyway. But in the game you get a notice that you have to scratch, and you have to scratch a certain card. For instance, you scratch there, and you see here that there's a little thing added to the paper which gives a smell, and that's supposed to smell like either the enemy or the area. For instance, this will probably smell like burning something. Having these with the guide is an absolute plus, and they're not always complete, or they got scratched already, or they got torn out, because there is a place here to cut them out so you can have them side of the guide. So that was the guide, and that was pretty much everything that comes with Earthbound. As a collector I can say this is one of the best collecting pieces for the SNES, and as an RPG gamer it's a great game. It's not my personal favorite, I like Chrono Trigger more, but it's definitely a game worth checking out. It is quite pricey. Cartridges alone go for over $150 nowadays, but if you have the chance to pick this up, do not hesitate and pick it up. So thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more videos on my weekly finds, on my collection, or on other video game items, be sure to check out my channel, and of course check us out at PlayStationCollecting.com, the biggest PlayStation collector community of the world. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.